Are you currently selling on Amazon and struggling with the rising ad cost? Hi, my name is Aaron Farrell with Sellozo, and in today's video, we're going to be talking about 3 different strategies that you can leverage in 2022 to make sure that your ad dollars can go a little bit further, and also an idea in terms of using organic methods to continue to get more traffic and followers to your brand on Amazon. Let's go ahead and get into it. Stay tuned. Alright guys, so hopping right into it here. Basically gonna start off with one of my favorites, Joe Rogan's supplement. Well, I guess it was initially his and Aubrey Marcus, but basically Alpha Brain, if you've heard of it, through the Joe Rogan podcast or through Aubrey's podcast. But anyway, just to take a look at their brand, because I usually use a lot of times their brand just to kind of show what to do right, because they're doing a lot of things definitely right on their brand here. So let's go ahead and hop into one of their listings and just take a look and see what we can figure out here. So first off, right off the bat, you can see actually there's a new design here on the way that Amazon's laying out the photos, but they've got a bunch of different infographics and stuff like that in a video as well. But this video in particular isn't about listing optimization. So one thing that I want to point out, and is the number one first thing that you guys should be doing in 2022 to combat rising ad costs, and that is making what's called virtual bundles. So right here, we've got this big real estate on their listing that says make it a bundle, and they've got 5 different bundles that are included. Basically, they're taking things that maybe were frequently bought together and they're creating these virtual bundles, which are amazing because you essentially don't have to do anything other than create a new image for these virtual bundles and then spin up a new listing for the bundle itself. So if we click in here, we'll see this is a bundle listing where, again, they've loaded some images here, and then they've got the different items that you get in this particular bundle, and they're giving a $26 off coupon. So why is this important? Well, for example, if we're sending new traffic and people to Amazon listings, and let's say, for example, this product here is $71.96. Well, that's great. However, in supplements, you could spend $5, $6, $7, $8 just for one single click, right? So basically, even if it costs you, let's say $8 to make a sale, or 7 for easy math, that would be essentially 7 divided by 70 times 100, and that would get you your A cost. But basically, I think that would be about a 10% A cost overall, because you're only spending $7 to generate that $70 sale. But let's say it wasn't that good. Let's say, it took you 10 clicks, $5 each. Well, now you're spending $50 to get a $70 sale, and obviously the math is probably not going to work in your favor in that particular instance. So the reason and the rationale behind doing bundles is to increase your AOV, aka your average order value, which is going to potentially use that same amount of ad spend but potentially generate way higher sales. So let's say, for example, they came in looking for the Alpha Brain supplement, but then all of a sudden when they were scrolling, they saw that they can actually buy Alpha Brain with Shroom Tech and New Mood. Now all of a sudden, that same ad spend, instead of generating $71, it generated $166, or potentially they see this stack for $242, and because they're quote unquote saving money on these products by buying them in bulk, buying them in a bundle, that's why they're going to be incentivized to make that purchase rather than just maybe potentially buying a bottle of Alpha Brain, right? So that's one thing to definitely keep in mind for 2022, and a strategy that you should definitely start to implement if you haven't already. And there's probably a lot of sellers out there that haven't even got started in this, so that's another thing listing, you're going to have a bit of a competitive advantage by doing this, right? So the next thing I want to do is take a look at on its store here, and then we're going to go to post and going to see if they're doing it right here, if they're slacking. And it looks like they actually do have quite a few posts on here already. That's good. I can't see the exact date that this was posted, but nonetheless, they've got, you know, a lot of different products on their feed here, and if I keep scrolling, seeing more and more. Now, why is this important? Well, basically, now that they have a post, they also have on their store an option to follow them. So much like any other social media network, like Instagram, for example, if you're following someone, all of a sudden you're going to show up in their newsfeed, right? Well, Amazon doesn't necessarily have a complete all-out social media platform as of yet, but what they do have is the ability to actually show these posts on other listings. So I don't know if I'll be able to actually find an example of this directly, but on the different listings on Amazon, rather than saying sponsored products related to this item, or maybe potentially now having a video, it's going to actually show like posts related to this product. And then all of a sudden, if you're one of the only few companies that are doing it, you're going to have an automatic advantage. Your posts are going to continually show up for those people as they're looking at your competitors' products, right? So it's basically free ad placement. And now the other thing is, if they follow your brand, and especially with Prime Day coming up, once they're following your brand, if you actually do a post and you have a special offer, Amazon says that they're going to actually put that particular product or brand on the homepage of Amazon. So just imagine how much it would cost you to actually get a placement on the homepage of Amazon, right? And now all of a sudden, just by leveraging these Amazon posts, you're going to be able to do it absolutely free as of right now. The other thing too, when you do build that audience, there's also ways inside of Seller Central, which I'm not going to dive into on this particular video, but you can actually leverage the list that you have to market or promote a brand new product, or to highlight a specific product in your store, or if you're doing some sort of special promo. So this is huge as well, because up until a couple months ago when they started rolling this out, we didn't have any way of contacting the Amazon buyers outside of trying to pull and extract their email or name from a third-party service. Now we can do that directly inside of Amazon. And again, these different brands that we're working with, they're getting tens of thousands of views in many cases every single month, and hundreds and hundreds of store clicks or detail page clicks or followers, just by consistently posting up and on the forefront of everything before the masses start to adopt this and start to have a strategy behind it, right? So that's another thing to keep in mind. Now, the third thing that we've been having a lot of success with lately is actually running Google ads using the actual keywords that we extract and pull directly from the Amazon search terms, and then we load it up and we start to advertise through Google on those particular keywords. And with the Amazon attribution program that I've talked about in the past, you can actually set up these links, and there's also software out there, one of them being Amped rather, and basically on here, this is saying you can get up to $500 in free ad credits, basically a promotion that Google is doing right now if you spend up to $500. So that's number one, the benefit here. Number two, the benefit is going to be that while a lot of searches start off on Amazon, so do a lot of searches, or in terms of people that buy products, they also start off on Google. And oftentimes it's a little bit less competitive on Google, just because maybe not as many people are up to date with their knowledge. They don't know particularly what has to be done. Well, with this Amped software, basically it will take care of that guesswork for you. Once you sign up, it will create the attribution links, and you'll actually be able to see from an offline source, either through Google or Facebook or wherever you might be going from. This software in particular is just for Google, but it basically is going to track all the different conversions and add to carts and your overall ACoS, just like you're used to seeing on Amazon directly on their ad platform. And then the other thing is going to be Pixel Me. let's see here. There we go. Pixel Me. And this is what I was trying to find. And basically with this, you can actually use it not only just on Google, but you can also use it for the attribution program and to create what's called a retargeting pixel. So every time someone clicks on your Amazon listing, you can actually create a retargeting pixel, which is amazing as well, because now all of a sudden you know that there's some base level of interest in it. And as you're driving more and more people to your Amazon listing, that list just continually grows. And once you've got them on a pixel, you can essentially run ads for $5-10 a day, very low ad budget, and you can start to recapture those people to buying your product or promoting new products. You know, you've got a specific laser targeted list at that point of people that at least have some level of interest in buying your product, right? So definitely gonna link both Pixel Me and Amped in the description below, just so you guys can have it. But these are 3 different strategies that I think you guys should definitely use if you're not already using in 2022 for that competitive advantage, and get in there before everyone else does. Hope you gained some value from this video, and if you did, give us a like, hit the subscribe button, and hit that notification bell for videos just like this one. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.